What's going on, everybody? Check out this clip from the Pre-Patch podcast. And I'm going to kick this off before we
with Heroes of the Storm.
Not covering Heroes of the Storm.
What happened with that? By the way, I need to hear the story about Heroes of the Storm because you're obviously not covering it, and I heard it did not go well.
So he started playing it. He got me and Scruffy into playing it.
Barely.
I paid $5 for it, and
That's
we
not my
uninstalled.
fault. That is not my fault.
It's like a disease. If you play with the whale, it gets in your mind.
I was about to say, isn't that shit free?
Hey man,
Yeah,
I
wanted to
what
get
skin did you buy?
I didn't buy a skin. I bought the support pack so I could get a bunch of the support heroes. So
again, not my.
It was his fault.
forcing.
It was 100%. I blame him for this. I blame him 100%.
Was there one like canon moment that was like, okay, this is the uninstall moment?
Yeah, I mean, so
yeah, actually,
our final night.
yeah, I mean, so
do you want to share that with the class?
Not even our final night. Like, yeah, I'm sure for like Scruffy's part, it was like that last game was it. But like the game after,
I was over it, all of them, because
the game like after was the one that, yeah.
It was 3 nights in a row that there were just sweats.
Yeah,
that's all it was, man. I was like, no.
Yeah,
I'll let Sid go on. But yeah, it was
Sid,
like the game.
Tell me the story, because I was actually thinking about installing it since you guys haven't started playing League yet, and I was like, well, shit, they're not playing Siege, they're not playing League, might as well join HOTS.
So it's let me. I'll start off by saying, like, I do enjoy the ideology behind HOTS and like what it is, and I think that it does have it could have a space inside of the mobile world. Like the maps I love, like I kind of love
the maps
direction.
are the best part of Heroes of the Storm. I will give you that 100%.
Heroes.
I agree with that.
The thing that's always put me off about it is it seems like a bad player or somebody can like more so than in League ruin your entire game because the team's XP is all and your team's XP is all linked.
The problem that I started to run into, and I mean, again, it's obviously always been like this because they have not. It's not like they did a fucking sweeping change from when we played it and before and
yeah, it had always been like that. That was one of the biggest. This is one of the biggest reasons why I stopped playing originally.
It was like the issue that I came across was that one, to get into to try to kill somebody or to do something, it's like insane. The fights were just so long, and now the meta has now switched to like 3 tanks, 2 supports. So like even trying to get
tank meta.
Trying to get to the back line to stop a support, to be able to get to the front, to like reverse the front, like it just and because everybody is the same level, right, within that, right, it becomes almost a stalemate, and of just being like, who is going to kind of fuck this
up first,
right? And that's it. Whereas in like
from
League,
that point on, after you fuck it up, it just goes downhill.
It's such a fast snowball.
Scaling, really.
It's such a fast snowball. And like in League, I understand the ideology behind making everybody level the same, right? But in League,
I never did.
Well, I mean, because
I thought it was the stupidest thing ever. I want to be able to hard carry and make it so that this shitty person on my team isn't being a complete detriment, and that person is actively, not just based on like leveling up the other team, but they are actively hurting our entire team by the numbers.
Well, the problem is that
it makes sense until you realize, like, once you're the one team out levels the other team entirely, then the sides, it's so sided, it's so unbalanced.
The issue that they were trying to solve with this was like, okay, by making everybody the same level, we no longer have someone that can just go down and feed bot lane, and now I've got a Caitlyn that I'm fucking dealing with, or whatever the ADC is, or whatever this character. But the problem is that you now reverse that, and it becomes now like, no, you're not dealing with one person. Now I'm dealing with 4, right? That are kind of overshadowed.
The one that really pushed me over the edge was just like we were talking about it's in like the 3 tank meta and the two whatever supports, right, or whatever it was. Like I get that, and we have the same issues in League. Like we literally just got off of a season where we were complaining about the fact that it was a tank meta, right? That was it was one of the bigger complaints.
I can't play Jhin in a tank meta. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but the problem with it is what I was looking at was like, I would rather play League. At least League is the fucking game that I know what the meta is, and I know what the unbalanced characters are. Right.
Right.
Yeah. That's the other thing too, is that these characters, there aren't a whole, like there's a decent amount of characters, right? But the balance issues, like you would play a DPS character and not feel like you are doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, well, it seems like they had for a while were dropping a lot of new characters, especially during like the Overwatch phase.
Right.
But it just seems like they would drop them in and just leave them. Like they didn't really try to tweak them or even balance them at all to fit into the dynamic thing.
That's because shortly after that they went into
overpowered characters with really weak characters.
Yeah, it's because shortly after that they went into not developing for it.
They just went to maintenance modes. I mean, that's all they went into. But anyway, so I mean that coupled with like again, the couple games that me and Pika played at the very beginning was a blast, right? Me and even I think Scruffy, like, you know, well, no, because Scruffy, you know,
I joined in, and as soon as I joined, it got sweat.
I don't know what happened with Scruffy. It just whatever. But like we
had a couple of games when I joined in that were not that
were
bad.
fun.
Like,
whatever.
My first game, I got MVP. After that, it was all losses, like 8 losses.
That's probably why. Is because you got MVP, bro. You too good.
Like nerf him, bro.
Yeah. So it became sweaty, and I can deal with sweat games. I live in League. I love, you know, I can't believe I'm saying this. I love Siege. But like,
yeah, buddy,
you know, so I like sweat. It's just, I don't know, man, that game, I do want it to be revived. I do want it
sweat is the remaining players of the game are the ones who have stuck with it and have never dropped it.
Yeah.
So that's all they know. Yeah. That's all they play. And that's why they shit on you.
I do want them to.
Was anybody playing Anduin?
Yeah, I faced one Anduin.
Anduin was OP as hell whenever I tried it before.
It was Thralls. It was a lot of what's the shit? I forget his fucking name.
Anduin and Diablo were like the two.
Diablo was
there was a big StarCraft dude that would like jump to you and pull you back. I forget his name.
And Butcher, I think Butcher. Does he stop the pull?
No,
Butcher wasn't around as much. Yeah, I mean he wasn't like once or twice.
Yeah, he wasn't there that too much. You had a lot of Novas. You had a lot of like the medevac, I forgot her name, like Lieutenant
Reynolds or
Morales
or something like that. Yeah.
So I don't know. Also Greymane. Greymane is a fucking problem. That thing that you know, he's always been a problem.
Warwick on roids.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just a lot of stuff. I do want them to revive the game. I do want them to actually work on the game because I do see the foundation of a good MOBA, but things need to be tweaked, right? Things need to. And if you're going to do it, this is the time to do it right now because League is in it's about, I think, to have a really good phase, but it's in a really bad phase right now.
So that preseason has me hyped, but that's a story for another podcast.
Even in its current situation where people are really upset with it, I think it's still at a better place than what HOTS.
No, I'm not yet.
In my opinion.
Well, I don't know. I mean, again, I think
I think HOTS' biggest problem is the team leveling. But that's like the defining characteristic. It would be like taking one-shot headshots out of Siege.
Yeah. I don't know. So anyway, but that's not what yes, I have played that, but I have not been playing that. That's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm actually
sorry to derail it. I was just very curious.
You're
wait till they come out with HOTS 2. That'll be their next move.
Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the patch notes. And if you want to join us live, we stream every single Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube as well as on Twitch. Also, if you miss a show, you can always catch us at anchor.fm/prepatch podcast or wherever you listen to your podcast. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the show.